Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Brad and this is John and we are the Posh Kings.
Hey everybody, thank you once again for joining us. We got some great questions into our DM, as well as some of them came through YouTube, so we wanted to share them with you and give our answer.
And by the way, keep them coming. Like, you know,
we love it.
We love to try to help everybody. We love to give our input on things. So
also keep in mind, it's kind of our blanket statement in that this is the way we do things.
Oh, disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Scroll on the bottom.
Not to say you have to do things this way. Whatever works for you is what you do, and that's great as well.
Yes.
So let's jump into the
question.
Might
as well jump right into it. What's question number one?
Do you have success with kids' clothing? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We do. What we're trying to do is kind of expand and not to leave out. I mean, obviously, we have to cover our core items. That's where the majority of our revenue comes from.
But we don't leave a category out. We always want any category that comes out that's available to sell with. We want to try to capitalize on that as well. Like,
within reason. But of course, you have to monitor how much you invest in categories you're not familiar with at that point.
Right.
So we did purchase a ton of new with tags, children's garments, and we really now we're making a lot of great connections in the arbitrage arena. And we purchased a ton of kids' clothes. We started putting them up, new with tags again, putting them up on POSHMARK. We have not sold one yet.
Oh, I think we sold one.
Did we? Maybe. Oh, we did. We sold two. I'm sorry.
Oh, we sold two.
We sold two. So that's a start, but it's only been a couple weeks. Yeah. So.
Look, I think the main problem, I think most people who do sell kids' clothes, especially, mothers out there that have children that are selling off their old clothes or whatever, kids' clothes are a little bit trickier because you can go to, like, Carter's,
certain stores and get great clothes at great prices.
And so what we've seen people do is they will either bundle the items all together. We're trying to find a way to kind of balance all that.
Also, something that we have always found in regards to whatever the product is, certain basic items definitely people are looking to bundle and so forth, without a doubt.
Of course.
Because, they can be bought at so many different stores for really reasonable prices. We kind of feel, and again, we are not children's wear aficionados, so this is just our take.
We have a cat. We don't have kids.
We have a cat. He's really cute and he's really furry.
He doesn't wear any clothes.
And if he wants you to pet him and you don't,
he'll bite you.
He will. Totally charming, and here he comes again. Anywho, is that special items.
Yeah.
I think if it's something special that doesn't look like everything else, and look, name brands sell very well. I remember one of the brands that we had an itch there, that we sold in our chain of stores years ago was Diesel. We sold Diesel men's, and we started to actually at one point bring in a little bit of women's when we started to expand the genders. And what was strange was I remember the sales rep in New York one day when we were starting to look through, we were purchasing this particular day, and she's like, "Why don't you carry kids?" And I said, I said, who on earth is going to spend $125 at the time for a pair of children's jeans? And I'm talking about little itsy bitsy jeans that are
they'll grow out
like from waist to foot like this.
Yeah.
And she said, "You know what?" She said, "I'm going to tell you something, and don't forget this."
Yeah, this is what he told me when I said, when I wanted to get into kids, but I was like, I'm a little apprehensive. This is what he told me.
She said, "The American public spend more on children's clothes with Diesel for the brand than they do on men's and women's combined." And Diesel's not cheap, of course. It's not the most expensive, but their denim at that point was $200 to $350 a pair, new, and children's actually was the biggest one.
Well, and we just sold it.
Biggest category in dollars.
If anybody watched our previous videos, We found a Gucci little boy's polo, and we actually just sold it for $75, I think.
Yeah, and we have to be honest, we got it for really a steal.
We got it for like a steal. So, people will pay more money for their kids to look cute. Also, too, which is very interesting.
All of you parents out there spoil your children terribly.
I mean, again, we don't have
and we do it with our orange cat.
We don't have kids, but we spoil our cat. So, same kind of concept. We understand it.
He eats really fancy food.
But also, what's interesting is this. I saw online, I'm sure everybody else out there is watching and seen this too. Right now, there's this craze for these Oshkosh rare overalls for kids.
I used to wear those.
And they're going and they're going for like $500, $600, $700 on eBay.
No way.
Yeah. Look that up. Check it out on eBay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was seeing that on Instagram the other day.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Moving on.
So, I'm petting the cat so he doesn't bite me at the same time. So, and we want to start spreading out to Kidizen.
Oh, yeah.
So that really is kind of our goal.
That's probably our
Obviously, they have a captive market, so why not do so?
And we know a lot of people have a lot of success on this.
And they're doing well.
If you guys have success on Kidizen, let us know. Comment down below and give us some pointers if you have them.
Yeah, definitely.
We're always open to your opinions as well.
Was it scary for you? Next question is, when you first started on eBay? Let me see. Yes and yes.
What's funny is we tell everybody this.
But it's really not scary.
It's not that scary.
But it is scary when you don't know that it's not scary.
It is, but it's not. But yeah, but it is, but whatever. We have always shopped on eBay. Like even in the late 90s.
Years.
We never tried selling on eBay. That was when, honestly, it was mostly about just auctions. Now it's obviously changed. I think people who start on Poshmark, because Poshmark, I always call Poshmark, it's like the Fisher Price of platforms because it is so user-friendly. It is so basic. It's like a very simple layout format. Anybody
very structured. Very structured for somebody that
which makes it very user-friendly.
Yeah.
eBay has a little more details you have to add and include and then learn how to do. And, shipping obviously is number one that everybody's always scared about. But once you guys get started on it, honestly, it's such an easy platform to continue on. Once you have a set structure, which I always tell people, once you set up your eBay store and you have a set guideline, so to say, it makes everything so much easier.
So he sounds very cool and collected at this moment. However, when we first started out,
I was not calm, and I'll own this.
He's typically neurotic by nature.
I am.
Well, typically, but he is neurotic by nature.
I'm a Jewish Cancer. Of course I'm neurotic.
Yeah. So, every
Seinfeld.
morning, probably for 6 months, he was having a panic attack calling our friend
Lynn's Closet.
Well, it's Lynn's Closet.
Yeah, now it's Lynn's Closet LLC, who's fabulous. You should check her out.
She's a great gal.
On Instagram. She does amazing live shows. But I would call her all around the clock going, I'm having panic attacks.
The sky was falling and all that, the whole shabagle. And really, it wasn't so bad.
Also, side note real fast, eBay has literally one of the best customer services ever. Over Poshmark, you can email Poshmark. I'm not going to mention, stuff about that.
It's hard to contact.
It's hard to contact Poshmark. We all know that.
And get a non-computerized.
You guys all know that.
Computer-generated
answer. eBay will literally call you within minutes to answer all your questions. So
nothing's worse than when you're on the hinge of losing your mind and you get a computer that writes you back.
Yeah, you get the generated answer.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
But we love Poshmark.
Yes.
Just saying. So, do you always promote your items on eBay? Brad will take this over.
Yeah, we always do. I know people have different thoughts on this because why give away more or take away more of your profit? We, with all of the platforms, we price our items accordingly to take on a promotion, a promoted listing. Also, we do run sales events and all that stuff too on eBay. So all of our prices on all of our platforms are a little bit different. I would say Mercari, we offer free shipping because free shipping is the key to selling on Mercari. But then we have to raise the price, obviously, because you want to cut into your profit margin. So with eBay, yes, we do promote on all of our listings.
And there you have it. I will not speak on that topic. It's his
to
do so.
Yeah, I'm going to list on eBay.
Yeah, he's the guy for that. As a multi-platform seller, how do you keep your inventory straight and orderly? Well, first of all, and because this is kind of a story,
Kind of a story?
It's kind of a story.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's much better now. Like, we do the traditional bins and so forth, or luxury items, because we have a warehouse, a small warehouse. Yes. We work from home in our office. We have a beautiful office here where we process the items, photograph the items, everything is great, so forth and so on. And then they move on to the warehouse where they're kept.
Stored. Yeah.
And obviously things that are climate sensitive, even though everything, even our warehouse is
climate controlled, but like we try to keep specific things at our own house.
Yeah, because we keep it like an iceberg in the house. I'm full figured, so you know, I'm like my own human furnace. So bags, shoes, and delicate garments we keep here at the house, obviously, because they're a little more fragile to the climate. Yep. However, you know, what we were having, I have to be honest, a lot of inventory, strange mistakes and this and that. Yeah. And now that we moved to Vendu, I guess, again, I think it's what, 2.5, 3 months ago, the inventory system is so easy, especially as a cross, when you sell on multi-platforms. It is easy, breezy. Yeah. So simple, we have not dealt with flaws.
Because prior to that, when we would have like right now running a sale in our POSHMARK closet, 3 for $30 or $15 each. So we're selling volume. It was really hard to keep track of things. So then I would accidentally I'm sure everybody has had this happen. You sell it on Poshmark, and then all of a sudden it sells on eBay, and it sells on Mercari, and then next thing you know, you're trying to, and then you get a ding on eBay for not having the item. It's like,
well, look, and we have to be honest,
management's tricky.
The prior system we were using was very prone to flaws within the system, but also user error. Yeah. It was very prone to the user to make a mistake, and next thing you know, you have haywire on your hands and missing inventory and all that jazz, or inventory that you double sold and all that. Yeah. So our blanket statement is give Vendu a try.
Yeah, because I feel like now
the accuracy is,
especially with the amount of items that we have listed. I mean, I think we have, I don't know what our available listings is right now. It's
4,000.
About 4,000 available listings, I believe it is. Active it is. Yeah. You know, look, when you start selling stuff, it is tricky to keep track of everything, and nobody enjoys trying to find something that's sold or that you forgot to take down from somewhere, and they have to write the messages saying why you don't have the item for the person to buy. So, yeah, definitely.
And it happens to everybody. And also, no matter what, it's as humans, we are all imperfect. So no matter what system you have, it can happen. Yeah. It's much less now than it ever was.
Also, too, real fast, a real funny side note, when we first started selling with our inventory, because we were just getting started.
We were so basic. Like, we had like this TV console in our house, and like had drawers. And we had a condo, like a big condo.
Yeah. But like everywhere we had something stored, because we didn't have a warehouse, we didn't have anything like that.
Our pantry was our kitchen pantry was shoes. We literally had no joke, like all of our cupboards in our kitchen, because we ran out of space.
Packed with shoes and like bags, and clothes. Our TV console had drawers that came out. That's where a lot of our clothes were. Because at that point,
we were very healthy, and I'm trying to get back there. Please forgive me. I need to lose weight. But anyway, we were very healthy eaters, so everything we had was salad or nuts or,
So we had a lot of space.
Whatever came from the earth, all that earth food.
Yeah.
So we didn't really cook in the kitchen, so we used all of our kitchen cabinets
as storage.
Which
was bananas.
Under beds, inside of furniture.
Everywhere.
The buffet and
like the guest bathrooms, like everything underneath the sink was like merchandise. In the tub was merchandise. It was banana boats. So yeah, that was a fun fact about us when we started.
Come a long way.
Yeah.
Because we're just like the type of sellers that, we like to work from home because obviously it's so convenient, so easy. So we don't necessarily want to go to an outside office. And look, I have to be honest, most resellers that move completely into an office / warehouse scenario,
quickly realize
they're back home.
Well, because again, if you don't mind me cutting, so
it's so much easier rolling out of bed to work.
That, and also too, monetarily,
yeah,
you know, the overhead from our stores, which we've talked about a gazillion times, was bananas.
Dramatic.
You know, internet, credit card machines, all that stuff, electric, all that stuff. If you go into an office, I mean, that isn't a major expense. So we typically use our own home.
We're cheapskates now.
Well, it's also being smart, I believe.
Well, we used to have, like, you know, our payroll for the month was $70,000 for salespeople.
Right.
Not to mention, you know, the rent on 9 stores.
And that's why people ask us a lot.
We're very sensitive now to how we spend our money, because just like all of you, we all work so hard.
Yeah.
It's really smart to be efficient and try to keep as much as the money for yourself as possible.
Try to cut down overhead as much as possible. Like, look, if you can afford it and it works for you and you're still making the money that you want monthly, then that's what you got to do. But otherwise, try to cut costs wherever you can.
Let's see. It seems you have a lot of active items. Where do you keep them? It's kind of a crossover from what we just said.
Crossover,
again, the more sensitive items are kept here in the house.
And the rest are the warehouse.
The rest are the warehouse.
It's a climate-controlled warehouse.
Yeah, climate-controlled warehouse. It's easier that way. So that we can kind of, well, we all still want to live a normal life.
Yeah.
You know, and be able to have space in the home you live in.
Yeah, you don't want to live in your merchandise. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's not. We've done it.
Yes.
Number 6.
And the grand finale? Is this the grand finale one?
Yeah, this is the grand finale. Do you feel Poshmark is really listening to how many people that have had an enormous drop in sales / revenue?
Disclaimer, we love Poshmark, as we always say in all of our videos. It is our primary source. But we've been around for a while.
Yeah. And look, we have had numerous meetings
with the team.
Poshmark, the team, the corporate office, the people, and we love them all. So this has nothing to do with them personally. We adore them, and we know they sincerely they want the best for all of us, and I mean that. They're good people. However, they listen, and I know they hear your words, they hear your comments. Company comes first. And that's business, and the company will always come first. They have to
do what's right for them. I hate saying this.
Or right for the company, I should say. Right. Because also sometimes what's right for the company is right for us, even though we do not believe that the changes that have been made
are beneficial to all of us that are working day in, day out, work, hard.
And look, yes, we know there are some people who are saying they're having, amazing sales, they're growing. Okay, mazel tov, that's great. Cheers to you. But we also know
people's numbers are down.
An enormous percentage of people write us all the time, and they're looking for some wisdom that we can give them as to if Poshmark will come and kind of save the day and take things back to where they were. It won't happen.
Yeah, especially because, people have reached out to us and they said, your following is huge. You guys are definitely, been around with Poshmark for a while. Look, and again, like John said, we have talked to the team, but they also
expressed, I think, what we feel, but also what everybody else feels.
Our concerns, and
they kindly listen to everything.
But again, they kind of have to do what's best for the company.
Well, and we have to call it out for what it is. And I think a lot of people don't really have an understanding of what's going on. Poshmark was having issues. The stock was in the toilet. And it has come up a little bit.
But not.
They have a lot of investors. They have a lot of people that have dumped huge sums of money into this company to make it better than it ever was, so forth and so on. I feel what happened was, on any given day, you have probably, and this is just a ballpark estimate, hundreds of thousands of items. And we've explained this theory before, and it's not even a theory, it really is the truth. And what we know to be true, items that have been listed on Poshmark. People apply traditional platform theories of, I'm going to list it, somebody will come and buy it, I don't have to do anything with it. They've not really been taught how to use the platform also, so you have to kind of give them that leeway too. So they have, and it's so often, it's, you know, these grand, amazing items that just, people list 5 or 6 amazing things, and they never get sold. So as a company, I'm sure Poshmark has to answer to its shareholders in that they have millions and millions of dollars worth of merchandise that has never been sold and will never be sold under the current system.
Right.
So they needed to amplify and expose or show off all of that merchandise that is just sitting there waiting to be sold. However, the flip side of that is people like us, like many of you, like millions of others, that take an active approach in actually selling on Poshmark
are less visible.
And they're now on an equal playing field, and I don't even believe it's equal anymore.
It's not.
If people are looking for very specific products, you may be better off. However, in large, if people are just coming onto the site shopping, you're a dead duck in the water.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's true. Look, we do well. We're fortunate, but we have an enormous amount of items. We are full-timers. And not to say that, you know, everyone is not still making money, but the numbers, a large portion has been affected.
Yeah, the numbers have changed.
Look, we've had a huge loss on Poshmark.
Yep, and we were okay with admitting that.
Like, and it has nothing to do with our lack of work, our products, our this,
us
or
being
that.
Lazy. So
yeah,
don't
lazy.
Don't let anybody tell you you're lazy, because you're not lazy. It is the system, and that's honestly...
There are lots of people that are working hard. It just doesn't... they don't have the product regime,
right.
Or not regime, that's incorrect, but or the product mix, I should say. That maybe someone else does that, you know, claims that they're doing so well.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So keep working hard, honestly, and what we try to tell people is, if you see something's not working, change it, and just try to do something else. Like,
that's all you can do.
We're constantly trying to, like, now, and even we do it, like, we're trying to constantly reinvent ourselves on a daily basis to see what does stick. It's almost like throwing something at a wall until something sticks. Do the same thing. We
firmly believe the best advice that we can give, because again, even though we all may be annoyed by it, there's nothing we can do. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. We just have to go forward, and try make to the best of it, and, you know, make the sales that we can make and grow our business in maybe a slightly different way.
Right.
Really be cognizant of what is selling, what people really want. Don't purchase things that are probably shaky, and just try your best and share your items as much as possible.
I agree.
And there you go. And again, this is just our view.
Disclaimer, scroll at the bottom. I don't even know how to do it.
You don't have to agree, and we're totally okay with that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, because everyone, look, these are just our opinions and our thoughts, and what works for you might not work for us, and vice versa. So we always want to say that out, you know, up front. So
exactly.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love all of you so much. And make sure you guys click the subscribe button and like button, and we'll keep putting out content for you guys.
Thanks so much, everybody. Be well.
Have a good one.